television, comics, movies is more than a linear service. It's a prism of endless streaming, where a single choice can bridge into infinite forms of media. We are the Watchers from around another world. To avoid the mistakes of our past, we are tasked with viewing these chronologies. Join us as we ponder the question, what's on?
What's up, Marvel family?
What
We're
up,
back
Uncle?
again.
Was that the whole movie?
Yeah, was that the
That's
whole
what they
movie? Wow. Hitman, what'd you think of the plot?
It was there, man. It had me beginning to end.
Yeah,
When the
That was
universe
super
collapsed
dope.
in on itself. That's what they were warning about.
that was what they were worrying about.
That's a lot of encouraging. What's it called? Encroachments. Like
It's called
encroachment on
Moonfall. We
42.
were just watching Moonfall. That was the illegal download of Moonfall.
Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around.
So that's it, everybody. See you later. We love you.
Man. It's like those trailers where you just see the entire and you're like, well, I don't need to see it now, thanks. They're like, you'll never guess who will come back from the dead. And then it's like, oh my god, it's you. I just said your name. And you,
It's Kaiba.
no, I already know now.
It's
doing?
Kaiba.
All right, so what are we doing? It's
What's
zombie.
up, Marvel family? Welcome to Around the Marvel podcast.
Woo.
I am the zombie.
Woo.
This man to my in the middle with what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Go Raymond.
Goemon.
My
Avatar
favorite
this
Digimon,
time.
dude. Get it right. Come on.
Digimon, Digital Monster, the champions. Digivolve. Greymon. No, how's it go? Agumon. Digivolve 2. Greymon.
Oh man.
I'm
They
sorry.
had the right idea. They fused with the monsters and got all crazy. Yeah. All right.
Give it up for your home. Give it up for your best friend, Cousin Neo.
Hello.
Ba-ba-ba. And the man wearing the Sup Gamers tee, repping the gamer community. Coming soon, gaming. What's it called? Haven Game Hub. Check out your local corners. Soon it will be popping up everywhere. Give it up for the world-renowned Star Fox player. Give it up for the Hitman. Oh,
Yay.
Woo. All right. I'm ready. Let's get into this.
Today we're reviewing and talking about DR.STRANGE into the Multiverse of Madness. Crazy!
Woo. I just want to, before anything, I just want to start by saying I finally now, because it was before the movie, I saw the Thor trailer.
Thor.
Oh, I loved his armor. And yeah, it did seem like he was going to grow as a character, and I'm excited to see that. And it looks like
I thought you saw the trailer before. Okay.
No, I don't do trailers.
He doesn't do trailers.
I just it spoils the fun to me. I like to like jump in and be like, oh, I'm going right in. I don't want to wait for it like with Suicide Squad, or it's like, oh, this is really cool Joker stuff. It didn't happen. All right.
How about that Avatar trailer?
Yeah.
I feel
That's a lot of water.
you don't a lot of water. You don't get the full effect unless you're in a theater to watch Avatar.
Not only that, if you have the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Do you have your glasses, Master Bruce?
I mean, it looked cool. It looked more like just more Avatar. It looked the same.
Were we watching what's it called, Waterworld for a minute?
Hey, Waterworld's I like that movie.
Waterworld.
Yeah. Didn't seem like there was a lot of conflict this time around, but I mean, of course there will be.
Yeah, but they're accepting the new baby, the hybrid baby.
Is it a hybrid? Either way,
Well,
if they do have babies, it should be playing in the NBA. These things are
Do they
tall.
have to use those stilts too? Oh, yeah.
How tall are the Navi? Like 10 feet or something. Sheesh.
Yeah.
You can't even get in a car, man. That's why they would fly around the birds.
It is like 10 feet. Hey, 9 to 10 feet. I was right.
Get the Laker scout out there, man. We need a backup.
Did any of you watch Winning Time? Rise of the Lakers Dynasty on HBO?
The Shaquille one. I haven't
No,
seen it yet.
Shaq's not there yet. I don't think he's even born, or maybe he is. But
No, I have not, and I did not
it
know
is a
that.
great show. It's one of the best shows on TV,
I
or
think
best
we're
streaming shows, I should say.
streaming.
Yeah.
No, the best streaming show was Moon Knight. So for that recap, check out our channel. Scroll down and click on the
Oh.
videos.
Shameless.
The little shameless plug. So guys, your overall hype going into it and leaving the theater. So how was it when your hype? Was it high, medium, low going into it and coming out of it? How you felt?
Well, the night before, I actually did watch the first Doctor Strange.
Okay.
And I really liked that first movie. It was a lot of fun. So my hype level was. I mean, I'm not a big Doctor Strange fan, but it was pretty high. I'm excited. I was excited, just from a visual aspect and stuff. How about you guys? Were you guys hyped?
But how was it coming out of it?
It's okay.
I know, right? Okay.
It's okay.
Hey, man, how was yours? About the
It
same, or
met my expectations. It was right about where I thought it would be.
Which is where?
I mean, I liked it. It was good. It had a lot of like horror aspect and a lot of like creepiness to it that I didn't expect to be there. It made it
for
a little
me,
more immersive to me.
my go ahead. My
That
bad.
was it.
For me, my hype level was like it started like from the last Sunday up till I went to go see it, which is for a week. So the hype was high. I waited every spoiler. I didn't go on in the internet. I didn't go Twitter. Nothing like I
lucky you.
usually do.
Lucky you.
So I avoided all that because I knew that was going to happen. So my hype was like this. Coming out of it, no, it killed me.
Oh, disappointment, huh? So your disappointment. I'm okay, and Eric liked it. Oh, there you go.
We were all over.
I would, I said I watched the first Doctor Strange, the night before. What I really should have been watching is WandaVision. This is more than a Doctor Strange.
Same with the
too.
directors.
Yeah, this felt like a WandaVision sequel, if anything.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I don't know, man. They completely did away with, all right, the zombie, I guess.
Bye, zombie.
Goodbye.
Oh, finish your thought. It's all good.
Yeah, probably. Like, there was all the character growth with Wanda and everything that she went through. It just really just flushed it like immediately, and it was like, okay, and that was one thing I was looking into is that like they were saying that you didn't necessarily need to watch the shows.
I don't. See, that's the thing. I thought that's what they meant when they said that, but no. If you didn't watch WandaVision,
Yeah,
you're not gonna get.
Even having watched WandaVision, I was like, well, maybe they could have like segged into it a little bit better, like. But at the same time, look at like. None of this stuff would have happened had the events of Loki not occurred. Like Loki brought about the multiverse, but maybe they're not going to touch on that at all either in the movies.
Yeah,
it seems like everyone else kind of knows.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do, but
yeah, I it's like a slippery. Hey, welcome back. He's back from the dead.
Yeah.
Muerto.
El Muerto is actually, I like that name actually. El Muerto. Tell us. Did you like?
Get away from it, Bad Bunny. Get out of here.
Well, in your views on WandaVision, how did you feel with the connection with Doctor Strange?
The connection for WandaVision is honestly you could just skip to last episode of that.
Yeah, but do you think that was a good idea? Was it not a good idea?
Because they didn't introduce the kids at all. They were just like, boom. She dreamt about having kids. in the movie, you're just like, what the shit? But in the show, you knew that she
Yeah.
magicked the kids into being
The,
and grew attached.
the thing too that I saw that didn't kind of didn't balance is because in the show the kids have their powers, and this one they don't have the powers.
Well, they didn't use them, didn't mean they didn't have them.
Well, I mean, they're in a different universe, so.
Yeah, but also, what occasion did they have to use them? They were terrified of their.
Exactly.
Are they
That
going
was
to
the
fight
point
their?
too.
They're not going to fight their own mom. Or
They
some
don't know
crazy
what's
version
going
of
on.
her.
They're like, to defend her, they probably would have like a fit of rage just unleashed her powers, or
Nah,
you
no,
know.
because they had to show that she was like scary, and they're like, they're not going to fight that.
And where the
She had
hell
to
was
fight
Vision
herself.
in all of this? You know, trying to rally her
That's
up.
what. So that's what I said when you died the second time was that um, that the whole growth and everything Vision went through in that whole series and Wanda maturing and everything else and coming to realizations, it just went straight out the window. And yeah, like Vision's sacrifice and his self journey was for nothing too.
Yeah.
So all right, okay.
But I also
Well-
read that even the director didn't see WandaVision, so he just pulled from whatever.
You don't think he watched around those? Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he watched it, man.
Well, you know, I think I felt like the whole time, even through WandaVision and through this, they're trying to make Wanda like you're supposed to kind of care about her after all the things she did. You know, you're supposed to sympathize, but I was like, she's everything she's doing. She's a villain. She's not a good person.
And that
There's
came
no
out of
coming
left
back.
field too.
She killed a lot of people, but the movie or the writers, they want the audience to like, no, you still have to like her. So like, they should have just made her straight up bad.
I was ready for it. I was like, dude, she's strong as hell. She's a badass. Oh,
Yeah.
what is it? The werewolf? Sorry, I don't have a werewolf. I got this little guy.
Hey, is Jared Leto.
Yeah, it's Met Gala.
All right, so well, let's start on a good note then. What did we like about the movie?
What did we like about the movie?
Yeah, El Muerto, what did you like about the movie?
I like that they finally took out Sauron.
Sauron.
His house is gone.
Boom. What I liked about it was the zombies that were in it. You know, those badass zombies fighting and. Oh wait, no, there wasn't. I also like when they introduced the rest of the what's it called, the Illuminati, and they put a great fight against Wanda. Oh no, they didn't.
Those are the things you don't like.
Doctor Strange is my favorite Loki variant.
There you go.
Yeah, I guess. Wow, you know, actually, it is kind of hard to think about the stuff I did because there's not a lot
I
of
like
things
how they introduce America Chavez and give her a quick backstory. And
Oh my God, Dora the Multiverse Explorer. She was
Yeah.
she was Lego. She was adorable with her little
So-
jean jackets, looking all 90s, punching stars.
let me get this straight. So you introduce the first Hispanic superhero, giving her the power to cross borders.
I will say, I guess the things I do like, you know, some of the visuals they're pretty cool.
Yeah, the visual was cool, you know.
But I will say, unfortunately, like I said, I watched the first Doctor Strange and compared to the first, because the first one had nutty stuff, like when the Ancient One, you know, messed with his mind in the beginning, and his memory went. that was nuts. This one, it almost felt kind of by the numbers.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like I've kind of seen that already. So, you know, it's rendered well, but except I will say, zombie Doctor Strange he does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
That part
Okay.
was pretty cool.
So we were talking about how the shows tied in and what relevance they had and stuff, but this was kind of a rehashing of the shows also. It was like exactly what if Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is the Ultron was the Wanda zombie this
Again,
time.
I hate the fact that because I didn't really watch What If. I just saw a little bit pieces in there.
That was this.
But
So,
I
essentially,
that shouldn't be a requirement, unless you got multiple movies, then you
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
watch
yeah.
those. But having people need to sign up for Disney Plus in order to know what's going on it's messed up. It's messed up. The audience for movies is way bigger than the audience for Disney Plus.
It is, man. And just to backtrack, like you said about how low key and Sophie started the ripple effect of the multiverse once they killed one of the Kang's variants. Like it introduces when the opening scene when you see the Defender Strange and American Chavez running, getting attacked by that noodle monster or whatever you want to call it, Moon Knight, mummy wraps
yeah.
monster, Mr. Tangled himself, running through to get to that book of Ashanti. I thought she was gonna come out singing, Ashanti.
Shanti.
Like you see, like it was supposed to be a temple, but I guess that ripple effect caused it to just shatter or something.
Well,
to
it was
get
the
to it.
space between dimensions, or the space
Yeah.
between universes.
Didn't have like 16 doors for the 16 universe. I don't know.
Also, for a movie that's called The Multiverse of Madness, we only got to see we only got to visit really 3 different universes. Was it? How
Well,
many? It wasn't
they
that
popped
many.
through a bunch of them. They went to
Yeah,
Splatoon
that's it.
universe.
This is a quick.
They got
Quick-
Splatoony, and then they went to Cartoon Universe.
Squeak.
And
I think
yeah, it was like
Space Jam had more. The one with LeBron
they-
James. That
well, they had
horrible
a
movie.
lot.
Oh, the Matrix.
Yeah,
Jesus.
they had too much. Oh, and then they made a wrong turn at Albuquerque, and
Yeah.
they went everywhere. But yeah, I think it's more saying that the multiverse opened up. I think it's more that that the gate has been opened. Although, I mean, we're aware of it, but now everyone.
I think that was more said in the Spider-Man movie.
Also, it seems as though apparently Strange also remembers Spider-Man.
Yeah, that one I was also confused with.
Yeah, right.
because-
He was supposed to not.
Well, also Wong apparently.
No,
knows them.
he.
Oh, but
knows-
Wong
he
Wong
knows
excluded himself when he said, "Leave me out of this."
stuff.
I thought that would be the loophole
yeah.
in which he.
Well, okay,
he's
I'll
stayed aware,
actually- Okay, everyone knows about Spider-Man technically. They
Yeah,
just don't know
they-
about Peter
It
Parker.
was that.
They don't know about Peter Parker.
They said Spider-Man and any other insect type heroes, but they didn't really refer to who he was underneath
Yeah, so that might be a gimme.
the mask.
Yeah.
No, I don't know because
He
it
said he
indicated
was
that he was
fired.
in contact with Spider-Man. So
Yeah,
he
that's
had-
what I'm saying. He knows
Right?
Spider. Maybe he
doesn't know who
doesn't know
Spider-Man
Peter
is.
Parker. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're probably right. No.
And then when Chavez says, "Oh, does he shoot the web out of his ass?" I'm like,
No, maybe.
he's like, that's a good question. I don't know.
Right? Where
It
else
would have
we-
been more funny if she actually described a universe that she visited where there was a person that shot web out their ass. Yeah,
Oh, I met a
Yeah,
guy like
Mark.
him.
yeah I met a guy like him.
Stop, shocker! And he bends over and starts shooting the web.
And then what's his face? Goldblum comes out and he's the fly.
Yeah, the fly.
I'm trapped.
Yeah, you know what's another thing that's disappointing about the movie is we get to see America Chavez, but even after the movie was done, I don't know anything about her. They didn't really. She had screen time, but they didn't explain anything other than like little brief moments. We don't know the type of person she is.
Dude, and how many? She would have been dead by the end of the movie because how many times she gets her soul sucked, man?
I know. I was wondering, like, does she like replenish it? Does she
Your soul is mine.
does she do some soul searching
You
and,
know-
and it comes back into her?
Yeah,
But
the whole.
I think there will be
taking-
more time to explore her character later on. I think this was more like too much. was
No, I
happening.
don't know. They should have explained it in here. They made her a central character.
She
She's
should have had her own Disney
No,
Plus
what they
show,
should
and
have
then
explained
something
is
to her.
is what the hell happened to Wanda, because they just immediately showed her
That's what I'm
Trying to
saying.
grasp
They
it.
Flipped.
they want you to sign up for Disney Plus. If you
Yeah,
want this content,
guess
you have to
so.
sign up. But also, at the end of the movie, I was like, couldn't Wanda have just asked her? Couldn't she have just asked
Can you help me
America
with
Chef, can you
something?
just send me to the universe I want to go to? I'm sure she would have said, sure, why not?
But she didn't know how. She could only use it when she was scared, except for the time when
Well, I
the
know, but
horrifying
eventually,
witch demon was chasing her. The scariest part of the movie. She didn't do it then, but she did it when a bee stung her.
there you go.
Okay, I guess.
She's like, moms, where you going, moms? These are my moms.
Yeah, there's also, I get the
Could be my
sense
aunt.
that the reins may have been taken away from Sam Raimi a couple times. There were reshoots on the movie, and I think after the success from Spider-Man, they were like, we got to add, cameos and add other cool stuff to the movie to make it.
Yeah, because they added
More
what
awesome.
Reed Richards and Black Bolt at the end.
Yeah,
They
which
weren't
was
even
kind of
supposed to be
cool
there.
because, like, we got to see them fight, and we didn't care so much when they died.
Yeah, man, dude.
Like, I
That
hope
was-
they don't like dip one ball in and then back out completely because they opened a lot of doors with that.
I'm sorry.
They opened a lot. They really gotta back that shit up. They can't just be like, okay, so like mutants exist. Maybe we haven't touched that quite yet. Inhumans are a thing. The Terrigen Mists are a thing. Also, the Fantastic Four apparently been around since the '60s in our Earth or whatever MCU Earth.
Yes.
And Strange is aware of them. And they're out there multiverse hopping and they're cognizant of it and they know about universes colliding like a lot.
Convergence.
Also, we didn't get to see. I guess it wasn't Tom Cruise. It was somebody else who ended up being cast, but we didn't get to see other Iron Man.
That's Superior Iron Man, like everybody thought it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Those
there was
ended up
supposed to
being
be
freaking Miss Captain
some more
Rambo.
stuff.
Captain Rambo.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan how OP they made Wanda. Like, what the?
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say that too.
hell?
She went super and forget about it.
But I think
Oh my
she's
God.
always been that way. They just haven't quite utilized that or
I'm like, what am I doing?
haven't
watching
figured out how to
Aquaman?
scale. And then, but then America was like wailing on her, like all of a sudden she's stronger than Captain Marvel. It's like, wait, all right,
Well, she's like what, her opposite now?
Huh?
It's like having the Supreme Kai and Bureaus, that they're the yin and yang to each other. So I guess opposites and equal offset each other. Offset.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Cousin Neil? What was the best action scene for you?
The best action scene?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can
Mm.
tell you my favorite was.
Go ahead.
Were you ready, Neil, or such?
Oh no, go ahead.
The freaking use the souls as a damned dude. I was waiting for like some hardcore, some Aussie to like night begins to shine or something, and like like a hype up. And they were just like, all right, just fly. But like, but then he had like the cape of damn souls, and he was like, who's this? Like, that was neat, man. The whole fight that was pretty cool. Seeing
He's
this-
like, come here, come
and
here.
then Wong
come
was
here.
just like, don't tell me. I
I
ain't
don't wanna
touching this
know.
one, but you look pretty cool. Like that part, that I was pretty into that. That was neat.
Yeah, that was a neat part.
I thought they were gonna open up the door with the zombie thing, but it's okay.
What did you want more of?
My people will rise.
Or
Another
you
thing
wanted,
too that
you wanted
that
an
I
army
didn't-
of zombies?
Yeah, like and what if? No, nothing too that I was thinking like, all right, so originally Iron Man wanted to have a suit around the world. It was those robots, right? The Ultron sentries.
Yeah, they didn't do
Yeah, in a
much.
way.
Look at what the fuck they did. They got dismantled.
So-
3 seconds. It was like we
So I'm
gotta
saying
stop 'em.
Wanda's powers. It's so. I mean, she killed Professor X in his mind, just snapped his neck, and then just looking at Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic just killed him instantly.
She did that in House of M. I think they're trying to, like in a weird sloppy way, like introduce House of M and mutants and all that, and then maybe find a way to weasel out
Or
of it.
House of M was more WandaVision.
Yeah,
is what
but
they were
she
trying
did
to do.
she did specifically the mouth thing
Yeah.
with Magneto.
Yeah. Well, no, like I said, my whole point is you got her doing this, and then she's struggling when she's trying to chase Doctor Strange and America Chavez. Like, what? She can stop this at any moment. Doesn't
Before
make,
we do that,
doesn't make sense.
let's introduce the Illuminati. Who was in it? We had Dr. Peggy Carter as
Yeah.
Captain America,
What if?
Or I think she's Captain Britain.
Captain Britain. I'm sorry.
Yeah. 007 is in there, the new one.
With the jetpack.
And then you have Ms. Rambeau taking the place of Brie Larson for some reason
It
as
was 007.
Captain
man.
Marvel.
I was John Rambo.
And then you have Professor Xavier when he came out. The da-na-na-na-na song came on. I don't know if you pay attention to that.
Yeah, that was so cool. And then he had like his dude. He had his caddy. He was like, "What?" I was waiting for him to flip the switches on.
I thought he was gonna throw a machine or like rockets out of that thing.
Yeah. Oh, that was badass. And then they also, when they introduced for some reason I totally forgot about that guy, the Sorcerer Supreme, and I was thinking the guy with the like how I look when my kids are keeping me up all night, like the cracked eyes guy.
Who?
I was like, oh, it's gonna be that guy, but no, it was not. I was like, oh, all right. I
It was
forgot about
Morrow,
Mordo.
right? Morrow.
Mordo.
it. Yeah, Mordo.
Mordo.
That's right.
That was
Monarch.
Mordo. Then you have Black Bolt as your core Illuminati.
What's
Oh,
he
and
bringing
then,
to the table if he can't speak? He just raises it. Oh, I agree.
Well, apparently
And then,
he's their executioner.
I guess so.
And then for the biggest clap in my theater, Dr. Reed Richards shows up.
He's there for the posting contest. Oh yeah, yeah. John Krasinski over there,
It was Mr.
stretchy
Office.
man. Oh man.
But they're saying since the director of Fantastic Four stepped out, he might step in as being actor director. So because he has experience doing A Quiet Place.
Maybe. Do you think he's coming back as Reed Richards?
believe
Probably.
so.
I'm sure he's going to
From
be
a
the
writing
same in
standpoint?
every multi-voice.
Yeah, no, but
Multiverse.
from a stand. This is where they messed up.
Spanish, Chinese.
Why would you introduce such an important character
It just
like
to
him
throw it
just to
away?
have him killed in 5 minutes?
Silly string.
Because he exists in
Turned
every
to silly
multiverse,
string.
in every universe.
But that's not the point. When you release a Fantastic Four movie and the audience sees, what are they going to think of? Oh, here's Spaghetti Boy. That died so easily. They, already
Not only
you
that,
already
what
messed
was-
with the character. It's like that's why it was
But
stupid.
Wouldn't
It
the
was dumb.
same have occurred with Kang? And yet Kang ends up being so many different things.
Well, what about him? Again,
With-
he was
with-
introduced in a Disney Plus show.
And not the
Yes.
same scale, but the same character arc.
Isn't he that the
He was killed in the same episode he was introduced in.
Yeah, but that's a Disney Plus show. I'm talking about in an actual MCU movie, and you're introducing
Right.
it to a wider audience. People don't know who Kang is.
That's true.
Well, but even then, like I said, I don't think Kang, unless they introduce Kang in another way, but I don't even think he's the big baddie. I think this is leading up to the Secret Wars stuff.
Yeah, it really looks like it now, doesn't it?
But like I said, I'm not so sure if he's coming back. I mean, it's all rumors, but if he did, I'm like, that's a bad way to introduce an important character. Just to
Well,
have him killed off
before we get to his death,
Well, that
and
would be the same
resurrection,
for any of them they introduced then.
What other character did they introduce in as important and had him killed
Charles
off
Xavier?
previous. Who?
Charles Xavier. Everyone
What?
at the table. Black Bolt.
Well, before we get
No,
to
I said, I mean, in the other movies, which important character that has their own movie that they introduced before in a dumb way?
yeah, none of them.
None of them.
They're all strong.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. From a writing standpoint, and it's just
Oh, I see.
It's
You already
stupid.
give him a flaw, so people will be pointing
exactly.
out.
He already has a flaw. It's like as soon as they bring out the Fantastic Four movie, if it is John Krasinski,
Look at like String Boy.
yeah, exactly. The people are gonna be like, "Oh, is that dude again? Didn't he die in that one movie
Oh,
like
that's right.
so easily too?" It's like they don't respect him. They don't, it's whatever.
They didn't even give him one punch or anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Not even a point.
Yeah,
But I'm
Yeah.
saying before we get to that point of their execution, let's go back when Doctor Strange and Professor Xavier comes out and it says, "Let's tell them the truth," because in this universe that we went into, he died as a hero, Doctor Strange, defeating Thanos by himself, which is that's something I would like to see. So, in reality, the reason why he was killed by the members of the Illuminati because he was diving into the Darkhold, and he for him to get the power, he actually caused was it incursion
incursion.
on another planet and killed everybody in there. So with that guilt, he couldn't live with no more. So we see the extent of Black Bolt's power in that instant.
Yeah, that was a cool scene. I like when he killed him. I'm sorry.
sorry.
What if Doctor Strange was like
He won.
what was that? Can't hear you.
Yeah. Sorry, what? He won all the belching contests in college.
He
The other
belched
guy's
it
just
out.
like- the other guy's just bones.
Fatality. So yeah, so we see Black Bolt say, I'm gonna whisper, "I'm sorry," and it just gets amplified by his little tuning fork that he has.
He's like, my bad. My bad.
Ah!
Oh, my bad.
So you see, like I was thinking, like imagine his spouse, whatever, is trying to pick a fight with him. He's like, I could just, he doesn't. He has to stay there and take it. If he says something, he's like, damn it, kill another one. Can you imagine going through your whole life, you're not able to speak a word or anything?
Well, there are mute people.
No, I know.
They do exist. And that's
Sorry.
probably
Okay,
the
moving
reason
on.
behind. They
Moving on.
probably all have
Good
that
job.
same unique character trait to them.
Could you imagine not being able to use your legs? God,
Okay.
that only happens in Fantasyland.
Hey, Rhodey got back up, okay?
That's true. You did. Rhodey. Although, they never really fully explained. Was without those things, is he completely paralyzed? Or is he just,
I
his
believe
legs are just kind
so.
of hurt?
We can't move no more.
Yeah, but they never fully explained it.
I remember that meme from Civil War where was this the next movie? Whatever the hell. And then like Rhodey got like some robotic like stretching legs, and then Spider-Man got like a full-on kill suit. He's like, I'm sorry, I thought it was your best friend.
I always wondered because I also rewatched. Well, I watch it often. The Infinity War and Endgame, and you always see War Machine. His suits kind of looked pretty similar throughout the movies and stuff. But then you got like Iron Man with the nanotech and stuff. So I guess he's not sharing it at all.
Remember, he's military, so he's like.
That's what I mean. He's like doesn't want to go to the government or something.
Yeah, there's that big hurdle. That's the same reason he didn't end up giving him his new AI, the glasses. Yeah, because he was like, well, he just turned it over to his bosses or whatever.
Unless you
Okay,
promise not to. He's like, no, you promise me, okay? You promise
Okay,
me.
I
Pinky.
promise.
Promise. I
There's
promise
one
you
more thing.
1,000.
Yeah, I just overall Doctor Strange felt like maybe the anticipation, I guess my hype was maybe too high
Yeah.
for the movie. Like I said, I expected a lot more cameos for some reason. Maybe just because all the rumors on the internet.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
expected
things.
more goofiness, more craziness. But I honestly
This is
didn't
pretty
expect
real.
so much Wanda. There was a lot of Wanda. This is like, I almost felt
It's
like
like we're
not half
like
the movie, but like
yeah.
40% of the movie felt like it was Wanda's movie. Jeez.
And then in the end, you still you don't like her.
Yeah, I don't.
You like-
At the end of
Yeah.
WandaVision, I didn't like her.
I
Especially with
didn't.
that stupid line. What they say at the end of WandaVision? They'll
Some
never
live
know
forever.
what you did for them or what you sacrificed. Like, what? She
Yeah.
tortured all these people. Are you
What? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I wanted to give her a fair shot. I mean, she's OP as heck, and she's yeah. I heard
Well,
the whole
here's the
arc in
thing.
the movie. I was
Here's
like,
the biggest thing I hate about Wanda. They never fully explain what her powers are.
Yeah,
I have no idea what they
either-
are. She can move shit. She can mess with people's minds, I guess. But with those
She'll
powers not
levitate.
being well defined as a writers, they can bullshit anything they want. That's why there's such a weird issue with the scaling, like you said.
yeah.
That's why it
Well,
makes
she
her not a
did
good character.
her introduction. She brought in the mind control, so at least we knew that was the thing.
Yeah,
she
but
did
now
with the Hulk.
she's doing all this crap that we have no idea what the hell she can do.
Well,
Yeah.
but maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's the point, and
It's
maybe
a,
they're
well,
gonna touch
it's,
in
again,
like
from a writing
the
perspective,
mutant.
it's a really dumb idea.
Eh.
It's hard for the audience. It's not good story wise. All they do is the user when her power can do this magically because we need it to do this. you know.
I mean, actually, I think she got the extra abilities because she's been studying the dark hole.
Okay, but they
Which
don't
they
explain
didn't
it.
really
They don't
touch
tell
it.
us.
Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
touch on it
yeah.
at all. If they did like two throwaway lines, like, "Oh yeah, this book really sucks," like that was it. If they had like demonstrated why it sucks, what it does, to
Or have
somebody,
her
or
show
her
a little
fighting,
montage of her
Yeah,
practicing the
yeah.
powers, whatever.
her like struggling with her humanity because it apparently just disappeared
Nigga, like
overnight.
it's tearing herself.
Yeah.
Like I can understand and appreciate like having kids and then all of a sudden them not somehow being there. Like you would care and it would matter to you, but like
They weren't real though.
yeah, but the way she did it was weird. Yeah, everyone does it through magic. No, like they get their shit cut open. It's gross, dude.
He just pops
No.
open on you.
Like go to a hospital and see how it works. It's not the way you did it.
It's not magic.
They didn't age 11 years and
In 2
3
seconds.
days, whatever, and then get trained by Ralph Boner to run fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's the writing. So it seems these last couple. Was this phase 4 or phase 5? Which phase
5.
are we in? Or is this phase 5?
Yeah. Space 5.
Yeah. It's
So I
kinda-
mean, let's go back to
kinda
the
lacking.
fatalities.
fatalities.
Yeah.
So we see Wanda walk into the facility where Miss Karen. I mean, that's her name, right? Karen. Doctor
Christine?
Strange, the ex.
That's Christine.
Christine,
I think
my
it's
bad.
Christine. Yeah.
So throughout this whole movie is like he's trying to hook up with Christine, but Christine keeps saying no. It's like her redemption arc of him trying to fall in love with the different Christina in every universe to see if his luck changes.
Are you happy?
So you see him in the containment, and then Doctor Strange is obviously with the Illuminati, and then that's when Wanda. The whole movie is that Wanda wants America Chavez to help her get to all the universes and get her kids. Ay, my niño, like La Llorona.
Am I right though? Do you think if she would have asked, she would have tried? I think Simple phone call.
Pretty much. Like, hey, you have
Yeah,
her? Like,
but
yeah.
I know, but like, all right, objectively, even though they didn't seg it very well, at that point she was already corrupted by the Darkhold, right?
Pretty
So
much.
she was already like flipped at that point.
Flippity flip.
Again, they should have explained it more.
I don't
Okay.
disagree with that.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's-
saying she wouldn't have reasoned or logic at that point.
Like we
How the
shouldn't
hell
have
did she
to.
knew that she existed too? Now, how many
Yeah.
monsters she sent to get her? You know,
Yeah, how did she? Yeah, again, these are things. These are writing issues. They're-
all of a sudden there's a monster after her. Like, why? I don't know. Because Wanda
like
wants
the
her.
fact that we have to like go through holes to like explain it ourselves is
I know.
what is the issue that we have with this movie. You know.
I would have loved that if there would have been more monsters, and then the reveal that she was behind it, like towards the middle, and I just right ahead, like 1, 2 monsters. Okay, it's her.
Or
You know what I'm
maybe,
saying? It would have been more.
like I said, a nice montage, a nice training of evil montage with Wanda would have been so sick. Like
Hey,
let's watch her corrupt like a little monster, and then work our
let's
way
take
up to
an
big
example
giant
of what the
monster.
Power Rangers reboot did. They introduced Rita and show her how she would turn evil and cast her spells and all this. Make my
monster grow. Yeah.
add a Tim Crocodilio.
So it turned out that she worked for like a Viagra spin-off, and then she would throw the staff and block off a pressure point.
Oh
Yeah,
goodness sake!
All the blood pressure.
Ding ding ding.
Grow.
Did you guys see when the actors or not the was it? I think there was. I don't know if it was a real episode. I think it was. It was like Lord Zed and like Rita. They like turned into normal people.
Oh yeah, because of the
Right?
because
Is it? That was real? Okay, so then they
yeah, it
fell
was
in
real
love, right?
because Andros hit Sordon's tube and he released his cosmic power and it killed all the evil except and it turned those two back to normal.
Wow, El Muerto, I had no idea you were such a Power Ranger buff. That is
Wow.
pretty
Dude.
cool. It's pretty cool, man. I didn't know.
As
Yeah,
a part-time Zordon, I can't imagine.
No, your
being
Zordon's
released
evil. Your Zordon's evil twin brother with the.
I can't imagine being released from my lava lamp. Currently in it. Do you not see this?
Oh, how funny would that be if Zordon was like, "Hold on, guys, let me consult with my little brother. He's got the little lava lamp next to him."
What do you think? Should they release me or what? He was like, yeah.
Zordon, I don't think that is a good
But then
idea.
in the new Power Rangers, like Lord Zed and Rita has a son, and his name is
Zeta?
is it Sordo? No, Sordo.
That'd be pretty cool.
So yeah, he's like a mutated version of them to put together, which is
Yeah.
weird.
You know, I will say that last Power Rangers movie, I didn't hate it. It was all
Yeah,
right.
weird.
Yeah, it was all right. It was pretty
I don't
cool.
know. I don't like the morphin. You know the I mean the what's it called?
I thought the
I mean,
Morphin was cool. That was like alien, like kind of like look like nanotech, right? Look like
yeah, it was
look like
tiny, looking
yeah,
weird.
Tony Stark's nanotech.
Man. Dude, looking at
Welcome
it now,
to
like,
Power Ranger talk and
the last Power Rangers movie I saw was the Paw Patrol one. It's the same. It's the same thing. Where they do the like transitions, is like 50% of the episode is just them like playing music and changing robots. It's the same thing.
do the Megazord power, now the Super Megazord, and then the Tiger Zord, do the Dragon Ultra camera stick. Yeah,
That's how those shows got away with it too, man. They would play like 30% of the show was just the transitions and the music.
well, they
And
had to
they're
use
like,
all
"Oh,
the
let's just
stock
fill the
footage
rest."
they had. They had to use all the stock footage. They were not
Every
shooting no
single
footage.
episode.
They
They're
were
like,
using
how much like per capita are we actually getting?
Have you seen those actual Japanese shows that those are based
Yeah,
off
the-
of? They're
the
kind of
Super
cool,
Sentai.
actually.
Super Sentai.
Kamen Rider?
Oh yeah, that whole series, like that stuff's nuts.
They're still pumping out a lot of comment stuff, right? Too, right?
I hope so.
Okay, I don't know. I see it drop on Netflix all the time.
Yeah, there's gonna be a reboot. Netflix picked them up, so they're gonna do it their own way.
own way. Well, yeah, back to Doctor Strange.
Yes.
And the,
You know,
another
here's the thing.
multiverse,
The more we talk about it, I think the more I'm sorry I dislike the movie.
I'm telling you,
Look, I still liked it for what it was. I thought it was. I mean, the action, the fights were a lot of fun. I mean,
the hype train left. Okay,
the end results and stuff were
casualties of war,
a little chaotic and
dude. And then when she
but
goes to that Mordor thing in her palace, she gets these 3 golem goons, right? These monsters. Is it
Yeah,
4
those
or
guys look
3?
pretty cool, and then
Dude, they're useless.
Yeah,
Oh,
really
let me pick
they
up
didn't
a
get dick.
rock. Let me pick up a rock and drop it.
look,
And then get shanked,
dude,
and he
Wong.
falls down.
Sorcerer Supreme, like I can't use my magic. Let me use my magic rope.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, my magic shield.
When they were there, I was wondering. I
doing?
was like, is it not cold over there? I would have thought like Wong would have like frozen to death. He was there for a while.
That's why his body got preserved. Probably his spirit went back into it or something. He had his own
And
mystic journey that we didn't get
I
to
like
see.
how the Sorcerer Supreme gets a hold of the Darkhold apparently, but or the Vishanti, and Stephen was Sorcerer Supreme and he didn't know it existed. It's like the president when you get the book that like lists that the moon landing was fake and all the JFK assassination, all that, and you're like, I don't have time for that. Like, Wong's like, yeah, dude, I read all the things, and he's like, oh, hey, like the next guy being more qualified for your job, I guess.
He was in the ready just in case. Like, he had to be ready because he didn't know he was gonna come back. Oh shit! But yeah, like that was useless. Those golems, they only were there to serve a jump scare and hold the American Chavez down while she's getting her soul sucked for the 5th time, and she's still not dead.
I like how she also did a 180. Like, oh yeah, sure, you can. When Doctor Strange, I need to take your power. Yeah, okay, go ahead. The first one, no, but this one, yeah, go ahead. This one time is cool.
The first guy, he wanted to fucking kill her. Like,
I thought we were friends.
It's the only way. No, your soul is mine. The only reason she got saved is because the guy stabbed him. I mean, the little technical guy. He's like, you stabbed me, and that's how he dies. And how does he die? Poison?
Nice,
Landing face first on the roof.
Yeah, but it was like toxic or whatever, but he just straight up got stabbed. But yeah, the other Strange, I don't know what to call them. I don't know their official names, but the crazy one.
I call it the Defender.
The Third Eye Strange.
Evil. I guess he's Evil Strange.
Evil. He's the What If dude. He I don't. What was he gaining from killing all the other strangers? He's like, yeah, like life is gonna suck, so I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, because I guess when we saw that Strange, that's supposed to be if what happens, with Wanda when she turned all the way. That's what's supposed to happen if Strange did it.
Should we get the third eye too?
Yeah, the third eye's a.
Yeah, but he didn't nothing. He said he paid a price, but it didn't seem as though he really
cared.
Yeah, it was like, all right.
Yeah, that's how evil he is.
Cool. The universe is like being sucked. I get a neat view out my window, and I move on with my day.
In this part of the movie, I thought I was watching Sonic again for the silliness of that musical instrument battle.
What the? All right. It could have been cool. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. But then they were like, no, it's gonna be cheesy as shit.
I'm like, I'm watching Sonic again. I'm like, okay, I could pass it there, but here, what the?
It could have been cool, and instead they went fools. They went full silly.
I thought I was gonna get a battle between Harry Potter and what's it called? The guy with that looks like a snake. In Harry Potter,
he who must not be named.
Yeah, him. I thought we were gonna get like an epic wand battle and all that with the different spells.
That's what this movie's missing. Everybody needs wands.
Yeah. Right.
He
Hey,
The only
Dr.
they
thing we
Strange.
got,
straight
we
up-
got a Wong, not a
They
wand.
full on went Who Framed Roger Rabbit in that scene, and it was like out of left field.
And then the last thing that they saved it was a harp string. I was like, what the fuck am I
Yeah.
watching, dude?
Ding.
I just feel like I thought I was gonna see Tweety Bird go around his head.
No, I want a Doof Warrior. Or the
Oh.
Doof for Mad
Then he
Max.
takes the book
Zzz,
anyways, like
do,
after
do, do.
that, because he falls off and he spikes himself. Okay. He goes, oh, and he goes through the glass and he lands on the fence, and then you see Christine, what's her name? Christine?
Christine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's like, are you okay? And then his eye goes, bah!
I see you. I see you.
All right, so we know that R. Steven now sucked in that third eye. He got his repercussions. He has to pay his pound of flesh or whatever. What does that implicate? What's gonna happen to our boy Strange?
Are we gonna have a third voice in there now? Everybody gonna have voices in their heads?
Nah, that's
Well, maybe he's a little bit
moving
corrupted.
things. But he didn't seem like. Are you happy?
No,
Right?
happy
He seemed content. Like, whoever the hell Madam Web with his new wife, whatever the shit, daggered open. She tore open a porthole, and she's like, let's do this shit. And he's like, all right, cool. Like he was all excited with his third, with his. So clearly he's not
we're
bothered
jumping all
by
over the
whatever's
place.
happening there.
Yeah.
And he's not like corrupt. I mean, he like did a little like Rent the Musical in the middle of the street, but other than that, he was fine.
I thought I was watching West Side Story for a minute.
Wait, you say West Side Story?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Musical.
You guys
yeah,
seen
it
the
is.
latest one? That's pretty
That's
fun.
my mom's favorite movie. I didn't.
I
You know,
seen
it's
the
filmed
first
in
one, the
Burbank.
1960 something one with the Jets.
I actually
You know
never
the-
saw that one, but I did watch the one, the new one that just came out.
The new one came out. Oh, okay, I haven't seen
I actually
that
watched
one.
it in theater, and it was pretty
Is
fun.
it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
I'll
and
check it out
movies
later.
were filmed on Alameda in Burbank. It's really cool to go there and just see the little like area where it was.
Snap your fingers.
Was it still Puerto Rican people doing the fighting, or is it
Yeah, it was. It was Puerto Rican.
okay?
I think that was their first
It's white
on the
Puerto
list.
Rican, right?
first thing on the list to make sure.
Represent.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, let's go back to the freaking Illuminati, how they got taken care of swiftly. So
I think that's your favorite scene.
Yeah.
El Muerto. Favorite scene.
So what we see is Black Bolt is like, you know, he's being cocky when Reed Richards is explaining his abilities. Like he goes, man, this guy with the whisper, he could destroy you, Wanda. So I'll be careful.
His mouth.
With his mouth, he's like, bitch, what mouth? He's like, what?
That's what she did to Magneto in House of M. That's why they had to throw that in there. It
Gotcha.
worked for that character at least.
And then what's it called? And then Black Bolt is like busted a Neo in the Matrix. He's like, my mouth. But since he started panicking, he forgot and he let off a little sound and went reverberated in his mouth, and it went through his back of his head like a shotgun blast.
Damn,
he's
that's when I
off-
was
he-
like, ooh,
So he just offed himself like that.
cover my kid's eyes. Like, woo! Got a little too even though they like poked out the squid monster's eye, and that was pretty funny, but that part.
Yeah,
really-
can I just say, when that scene was happening, there was the people in the row right under me, taking their phone out and recording it.
Oh no.
Anybody out there, that there's a special place in hell for people that do
This
that.
way.
Please don't do that. Please, it's dumb. First of all, your people don't realize how much their phone illuminates the entire theater when they turn it on.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And second, like just
it's like the
watch.
second-
Why do you have to watch through your phone? My God, it's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, because everybody wants clout, man. People do stupid shit for clout now.
It's dumb. Don't do that, people.
And then you see Reed Richards saying, Wanda, what have you done? So he pointed his finger at him. Okay, let's be real. Okay, what would he have done? I feel like he would have, able to do like a containment wave or a holder? You know, he knowing her power, what she could, her
he couldn't do
abilities. You know,
dick. What's
he
he gonna
could
do?
he could have.
Oh, Reed Richards, you mean? What
Yeah.
did he do? Well, for being the smartest man in the universe,
Well,
apparently.
I'm saying he
that
Acting
is
in the
it.
moment and stretching his body, he didn't do very much.
No, of course not. Like that's what I'm saying. Like he had no weapons, no nothing. Like what are you gonna do? Anaconda her, like she will turn to
That's
strip.
my thing, because people who are familiar with Reed Richards know that
You'll be
he's
like,
the
okay, do
smartest
it
man.
now. Launch the trap.
When Doctor Strange came to them trying to warn them about Wanda and they blew it off, again, do they not know about Wanda? Do they not know what her powers are? Are they just as clueless as us? Because I would think if he really was one of the smartest people
It's just as
in the world,
clueless
he
as
would have
Egyptian
taken the
gods,
he would
man.
have taken the
Taking him
caution.
seriously.
Yeah, he would have taken
Yeah.
him seriously.
Yeah, you're right. They would have been true to the character because he's a very cautious, and especially in Secret Wars when he's like, well, but I think what they were trying to portray in that was that they were so paranoid about the incursion occurring that they're like, that's the biggest threat, and everything else is something we can deal with,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, they already
'Cause the
had him in
incursion
handcuffs. They
is
already
a
had him
big
in the
deal.
handcuffs. Wanda is coming, and if anything, also Professor X is there. He of all people should know about Wanda.
Yeah, you should have started talking to her like this is not the way to do it or
Well,
something.
maybe he's gonna get the Hulk treatment, where it's like, well, Hulk should be capable of this, but they pussify him.
And they really did, and it's sad, you know. Okay, so the next one to go is Reed Richards. He gets party ballooned out. He's like,
I'm
Shang-Chi.
sorry, I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I
It was
laughed
kind of
too.
funny.
like,
They turn him into
"Food."
spaghetti Play-Doh, turn into Play-Doh. Yeah.
I was like,
You're like, honestly, like, what were you gonna do to
Well,
her? Like, that's
yeah.
the thing. Turn to a ball, suffocate her. It's like, okay, you have no weapons on you. You're
Okay, but
stretching-
this right here, Juan, El Muerto, everything that you're saying, exactly, this is what people think now. So now when you
Yeah.
introduce him to the Fantastic Four, that's what people's going to think. Like, well, we know the limit of
What are you
his
gonna do?
power. He can turn into spaghetti. He can die so easily, So,
yeah,
yeesh.
stretch him out like bubble gum, and that's a wrap.
Yeah, there
Well,
you go.
we don't know. I mean, Doctor Doom starts off as just like a little telekinetic, right? Little angry pissant telekinetic, and he ends up being
The ultimate being.
one of the biggest threats in Marvel history.
Yes.
He scales to it. So, yeah, I mean, you're right that they now set the precedent that it's not looking good, but maybe they can scale it, or I don't know.
Well, but
Everybody-
that's what I'm saying. It's unnecessary. All they're doing is handicapping themselves when they do introduce him. They didn't need to do that.
I think he's gonna like balloon himself together or something like.
Look, the Human Torch turned into Captain America. All right, anything's possible.
I guess. Although I would argue Human Torch is way more powerful than Captain
Oh my
America.
God! When they killed Captain Britain,
No, that was the best part.
yeah. Holy shit!
I was gonna say, was it Kung?
Whoa!
Was it Kung
What
Lao
that
there?
shield do? I
Was
was
that
waiting
Kung
for
Lao?
the shield to do that, dude. Where was freaking what's his name? Johnny Walker over there, like, yeah, I've seen that before. Right?
Decapitating.
Jeez.
The worst one was Captain Marvel. Again,
got the statue on her?
way to disrespect Captain Marvel. Just
I know,
just get
right?
square, like, wait, what? Wasn't she more powerful than this?
I know.
That's
What
what I
was her
said.
She was
ethics?
taking
should
on
be stronger
Thanos.
than
What the hell?
you should
What
be
was
stronger
that?
than America.
I would think she would be the one to at least battle Wanda, but apparently not. Like,
America.
ugh.
Welcome to America.
Also,
They,
but
they
you know
learned
what?
that this
Captain
setup-
Marvel, her power, same with Wanda. We don't really have an explanation of exactly what her power is.
Yeah.
It's very vague. It's just whatever can
Well,
fit the story. And again,
I
that's
felt
just
like
bad
they were
writing.
kind of touching on that a little bit when they said, who did they say that with? With Thunderbolt, that he controls the Terrigen Mist or whatever. Because that's where her powers in the
Came
MCU derived from. Yeah.
And that's how Miss Marvel gets her powers because of the same thing. The stretchy girl.
Oh, but they said they were going to be somewhat different in the show.
Yeah, I know. That's why she has the Green Lantern rings.
Yeah, because he said that. But they did that in the game too, so I guess they're sticking to that.
It's just either way. Just when you have some of these characters, if you want to make them important, you got to let us. We need a better explanation of
Let 'em
exactly what
shine.
they can do. Yeah, like
Yeah.
Thor. We know he's super strong. He can fly, control thunder and lightning. There you go.
I hit her with the most lightning of all
Yeah,
lightnings,
the most lightning.
and she
Yeah.
survived. I don't have another move.
There you go. Ant-Man. He becomes really, really small. but remember in the first Ant-Man movie when he becomes small, was it Hank Pym give the explanation of how you can hit like a bullet?
Yeah.
That size. He gives the
Also, why
explanation.
wasn't Pym on the Illuminati? He was part of it.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Who knows, man? They're trying to rewrite their own history.
Again, it goes back to the right. You know what?
The writing.
I am gonna look up who the writer is. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put him on blast. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sure he got paid a lot of money, or she. I don't know who it was.
Again, I think the implications from this will be bigger and more interesting. But yeah, they could have introduced some things a little differently. I think they were putting the cart before the horse on some things for sure.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the
so
guy,
after that,
the guy's name is Michael Waldron, and okay, so his resume isn't that big. Oh, he's
That's what she
35.
said.
He's only 35. It's starting to see. He wrote on episodes of Community, Rick
Oh
and
my
Morty,
god, he immediately
Loki,
genius, absolute genius.
some show named Heels.
Community, this show is amazing. Oh, but the
no,
new Futurama is
yeah.
out. Just as a side note,
Where do you see it?
What it is?
I think so.
Comedy Central?
I don't know.
It's not out yet.
I think
False.
so. I haven't looked
We're not
into
here
it.
to promote false information.
Yeah.
What
Okay?
Stop that!
I'm
It's
not-
not out yet.
I don't know. I thought I had
okay,
seen
you know what?
it. Moving on.
I hate to say it, but and the fact that he is pretty young in his it kind of explains why the writing isn't up to par. They should have brought in someone more seasoned. Sorry.
Yeah, he was still a little raw and they're
Yeah, it's a
bloody.
bit raw.
Throw him back in the barbecue, man.
Yeah.
Senor, do your homework before you come step into the freaking world, man. Read up on your comics. But yeah, and then we continue. So Wanda actually gets what she wants, you know. She finally gets her hand on America. Chavez, you know, and then she's using her powers now to teleport herself to that. Okay, like I'm saying, like she had like so many possibilities to different multiverses. Why she keeps going back to the same one?
Well,
Which
because that
one?
was the one in which that Wanda would empathize the most, so she would see what was going on and play along,
Possibly.
which is
Well-
what she did.
Let me ask, what did you guys think of the actress playing America Chavez?
Well, she did well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it sucks we didn't get to know about her.
All right, to be honest, would you see a Disney Plus series explaining
her?
her?
Probably or something.
Yeah,
Something's
because
gonna.
it's our channel. We have to do it.
Okay, yeah.
Because of work, we
okay.
have to do it.
Look, I'm okay with that. I don't need to know about every character individually.
No, but we don't know anything about her. I mean,
Sometimes
except that
that's
she has two moms. That's it.
And then they got sucked. And they got thrown into the
Yes.
trash.
Is she scared of bees?
What? How about this? Why don't you start out the movie with her, getting stung by that bee and then the stuff hitting the fan? You know?
And then that's how Wanda realized, wait a second, what is that power?
Yeah.
I like that.
maybe
There you
Wanda
go.
witnesses it and sees like, oh, what can you do again? Maybe start the movie like that. Maybe Wanda
There
and her
you
start out
go.
as friends. That'd be at least
That's a
more
fair
interesting.
point.
And then then you see Wanda turn heel after, she's like, maybe she asks first. She's like, hey, can you teleport me here? And then she finds out
Like,
she
no,
can't.
I don't know. I gotta be scared though.
Like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to force it out of you now. So
Like-
start to choke her. Yeah, there you go. Right there. What we just said is much more interesting.
Everything, every
Yeah,
time.
okay,
she's
but it
in
was just
teleport.
one guy writing, not three.
That's a good idea right there. See, damn, we fixed the movie in 4 seconds.
But actually, you bring up a good question, Il Morto, about would we want to see a Disney Plus show or even a movie featuring this actress playing America Chavez? And my answer is, from what we've seen, I don't know. From what I've seen so far, not really. I don't know if that's because of her. She didn't have enough to work with, or she doesn't have that star power, which is kind of rare. Some people have it, some people don't.
Crunch.
I'm watching. Remember, I think we talked about it last time, but I'm watching the show Tokyo Vice on HBO, and
Yeah, you
the main
mentioned it.
guy, who was also the main actor in West Side Story, the new one, is kind of boring. Everything else around him is more interesting than him. And it was the same thing in West Side Story. All the other people in West Side Story was way more interesting and charismatic than him as an actor. He just doesn't appeal. Even my wife was like the same. She's like, God, he's so bland. I don't care. I don't care. And when he's on screen, we don't care about him. We don't at all. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it is.
But I think if like I said, since we have the upcoming Ms. Marvel coming up, if it wasn't for this lovely channel that we have, I don't think I'll be paying no mind to it. But
I think
either way, we'll dip our toes on it. Like I said, like you said, she doesn't have no star power.
Yeah.
Even though she does.
Yeah, well, Hitman, what do you think? Are you excited to see the Miss Marvel show?
Okay, I'll watch it.
Like,
You know what?
Where's
I
your
don't
hype?
know.
Where's your hype level?
I don't know. Like I know what the character does,
Yes.
but they're gonna take it a different direction, so it'll be neat. It'll be.
She's gonna be going to school using her powers. Look at my pencil over here.
Who knows?
Well, okay,
They take a lot of different directions with their shows.
My judgment is off of the trailer from what we saw, and from what I saw, it did just look like a Saturday morning Disney, those Disney kid shows, the teenager ones or whatever. Yeah.
I think they need to. I believe so. They're gonna do like a Mando thing. They're gonna drop a Mando in there, like a hero to establish it more, or probably one of the humans, or bring the dog or something. Or you know what I'm saying, like trying to connect those threads, if anything. Which I doubt it, but that would be cool.
And then again, maybe we're not the audience for it. So. But
hey, we don't discriminate. We love every hero here.
Peacemaker, yeah, that was a surprise. So you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
But Peacemaker's not a 13-year-old girl going through puberty, learning about high school and learning math and Espanol.
That's true.
Well, that's like you said, we're judging it based off the book. So
I didn't read the book, so I don't know.
I mean the cover, not the book. So
I didn't read the cover. I don't do covers.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't do covers.
Going in blind. I'm like,
sheesh.
You know what? Because they described it as it being like the fangirl experience. So maybe that'll be like the angle they take, and it'll be like more relatable because of it. I don't know.
The question is, like, are we gonna get Brie Larson again, or are we gonna get Rambo or somebody?
Okay, let me just say, though it was brief, Miss 007. To me, I kind of liked her more than Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Did you guys watch the latest James Bond?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, she was great in that movie. She actually held her own. She was
They've
fun.
already made the movie. My God, I am not up to speed on this.
It was the last one, right?
Yeah, it was Daniel Craig's last one.
Never Die or
But,
something.
yeah,
It's
she
too
was
late to
great in the
die.
movie. And to be honest, I think she has more personality than Miss Brie
I mean,
Larson.
I'm saying like she does a good acting. It's just her co-hosts. I mean, her coworkers don't like her for some reason. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people got a lot of beef with Brie too. So
I like Brie.
I don't
I
like
agree.
well,
Casamigos
she's
from
very
here, right? They love
opinionated,
each
so
other.
she sizes a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Well, I mean, I like
But
Brie, but I'm just saying
it
the
is
actress that plays
it's a
the
great
other
cheese for fondue.
one.
All right, guys, we're all getting all over the place. So, in conclusion, how does it end? By her getting what she wanted, her wish, and then she sees her kids, and she's like, "Come here, I'm your kid." Another thing that I noticed is her accent is back. You heard that?
Yeah, it's on
Her
and off.
accent
Yeah.
came back,
Kinda, a little bit.
the red one. But then when the
It
other
always goes
mom
on and
talks,
off.
like her other mom doesn't talk.
A little bit. She goes back to the streets because she straight up speaks Sokovian.
Yeah,
Like when she's in the mist and everything, she's the fog. So I don't know, she regressed maybe.
that's what I was
It's
thinking
like her,
too.
it's like her comfort character. Like when Nicki Minaj gets really mad, she gets all New York.
All the proper goes out the window.
Yeah, you can take the lady out to Sokovia.
You can't take the Sequoia out of her. The thing is too is like, all right, so she sees her kids and like, come here, kids. Like, no, I want my mom. Like, I am your mother, and she takes them like next to the
Dude,
well.
that scene was weird. Like when the kids, for some reason, went behind the staircase.
I know.
What? What did he? Ah! Quick, get behind the staircase.
You're not gonna do nothing
What are
behind
you
here.
doing? Like, what are you doing? What? I don't know.
Mom, help me, mom.
I'm just imagining on set, like the director or Sam Raimi. Okay, kids, are you scared? Just do your little and then just run right over there where she can still see you.
I don't know if you've seen kids in action, but that's the kind of stuff they do.
Is that what they do? Okay,
They go hide in
yeah.
plain sight.
They don't logic.
Well,
Have you seen them play hide and seek and they're 2 feet from the person counting? Yeah.
they really. First of all, her kids, they look like what, 7
That's
or
how
8?
they do.
I think I have not gotten to that point yet. So, oh my goodness. But right there, they should use their power, like stop it or something. You know
They were too scared to use it. They're not America Chavez. Okay? They don't
And
use
when
their
America gets
teabag
scared, we
power.
stand up and fight. Okay, America fights back.
That part when they were like, "Is America okay?" I was gonna be like, "That's gonna be a meme." Is America okay? Nah,
No,
it's not doing
it's
great.
getting torn 3 ways till Sunday, man.
But
Sheesh.
yeah, they were too scared to use their powers. I mean, right? It's more CGI and budget and whatever.
I don't even think they
They're
really.
just scared.
They didn't say if they had powers or not, so I didn't care about that. It was just weird seeing them act that way.
Okay.
But I give benefit of the doubt just because it is hard to direct kids sometimes.
And not only
So,
that, then after that, she realizes that she became a monster and she just gives up her ambitions right there. And then the Wanda mom comes and holds her baby Wanda in her hands. It's okay. I
see,
love you.
okay, that part. Now I'm like, this is still another Wanda
I know.
who's got power just like her. I was hoping to see a Wanda battle.
Yeah.
You know? I thought that's what was gonna happen.
Wanda's
but
something, man.
no, I'm just gonna have a little chit chat.
It's just the same thing with Doctor Strange. The way where it should have another Strange
Yeah.
off or work off or something, but we
Oh
don't.
no, they had a music battle.
Oh, that's right. My bad. I apologize.
I wanted to see new Vision Noir come on the scene and be like, "Yo, Wanda, you're being a crazy bitch." Like,
reel it back in,
dial
bro.
it back, dude.
Let's get the hell out of here.
That's what I wanted to see.
Oh, how cool
like
would that
him.
have been? Yeah, no, the good Wanda or whatever from that universe. The Vision isn't dead, and he comes in to help defend like his kids.
Or
There you
well,
go.
Cool would
but
that
the
have been, man?
but the new one where he downloaded previous Vision's personality.
Yeah.
Like any form of Vision stepping in and being like, "Hello, Wanda. I think you're being a little bit weird."
Let's go home and make a baby for real.
Yeah, let's magic up a baby.
Although, actually, now that I think about it, is Vision the father of those kids?
No, this is a
It wouldn't make
construct.
sense because Vision is a robot.
Well, I just got to read the binary.
Okay, ding
The
ding.
DNA. Is it X's or Y's or ones and zeros?
She's
If
gotta
anything,
write the
I would
code.
think they'd have a human father. Otherwise,
But-
this Wanda is also just making up invisible kids, or make believe kids.
But that's what it is. They're all make believe.
I don't know, man.
We don't. I
It
don't
just
know. They never
depends.
explained it. It's just weird. I get the way it's structured in the movie. It seems like those kids are real.
In what form does he upload? That's the real question.
Or it's probably Wanda the one doing it, programming him to get it. To pop out those babies.
Yeah, maybe that's why they left him out because they're like, we don't know how to address this.
Yeah, we got way too many questions.
A lot of variables there.
Yeah.
Did they all go through WandaVisions?
Just like in Moon Knight. It just said Moon Knight we didn't have enough questions unanswered. And over here we have too many questions without no answers.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Once
so
again,
that gets
bad
taken care
writing.
of. Like
Bad writing.
she feels the guilt of her destroying another family, so she goes back to the Mordor castle and she tells everybody to leave and go home. Because
I gotta
before
be
that,
honest. After this, I think it's gonna be hard to see her as a hero again. In general,
She was hard to see in this from WandaVision.
yeah, she's done a lot more harm than good.
Yeah.
At this point, like even the good she did was just like cleaning up from her messing up to begin with.
Yeah.
It's
agree.
going to be a very hard sell for the redemption arc.
so for her to destroy the dark hole in every other universe, she crumbles down that the tower of
And
it-
that's another thing. How did she do that? She
She's
destroyed
like-
all those books. Like, eh? She
She's
had the power to do
teleported.
that. Yeah. What the heck? Did she teleport? What? Doesn't
Goku
makes-
came
doesn't
from the
make
multiverse.
any
Went,
sense. Doesn't make any sense. Or we weren't explained. Just give us something.
well, another thing too, the book of Ashanti gets destroyed in this universe. Does it get destroyed everywhere?
See, there we go. More questions.
Can you go
No.
different universe and get it?
They don't explain that. Wait, did it give it what he needed?
No,
think it
because
did, right?
right before they're gonna get the book, like Wanda fries it and burns
He was
it.
holding it though, and he's like, "Give me what I
But
need."
guys, it was
Yeah.
a copy. How convenient. Right? The first book or whatever. Or Wong was
Yeah.
like, that's a copy. when he said that, I was like, really? He's like,
Wait for the audiobook
Yeah. You can download the audio version. That'd be
on
fun.
Audible. They're a 30-day free trial.
Oh my gosh. That'd be hilarious.
By using the link around the Marvel World podcast.
So I'm wondering
That's true.
if the book,
That's
you
real.
can,
We're not
when she was
destroying those
using
copies.
know.
when she was using that book, right?
Yeah.
And it still had the power and stuff. So even if it's a copy, it still has the same power. So it doesn't matter if you have the original or not, I guess. And how crappy is that lady sacrificed her life to destroy the book, the copy? Bad writing.
Stabbed it.
Bad writing again. Jeez. I bet between us three, we could write something better.
Or 25 monkeys in a typewriter.
Yeah, exactly. It was the worst of times. It was what is it? Blurp of times. Or
A
whatever.
rose is a rose.
Oh man.
Man,
I will. You know what? I will say the positive about the movie is Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He still knocks it out of the park. I still love him
Yeah.
as Doctor Strange.
And he ended up growing as a character at the end of it.
Yeah. That's
All
cool.
right, I was gonna say in a count of three, point your thumbs where they belong. Either thumbs up, middle, or down. Or Neo, just say what it is.
Oh, when we thinking about rating the movie.
Go Raymond, point your thumb.
Yeah, point your thumb. Go ahead. Put it in your mouth.
All right, ready? Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Mine's is like it's like Eric's, but just like a little bit lower. Is that Eric? Just a little bit lower.
Slightly inclined.
A little bit. No, too far. Too far.
We all went like this for the hype, and after we came out, I was like, "Whoa!"
It's okay, honestly, because you know what? I still, even despite all the stuff, I still had fun with it. It was all right.
Yeah, the action fights were a lot of fun to me. Yeah, like
I like seeing Doctor Strange. So it's cool.
yeah,
Speak
and
about
it was very well done the whole time.
Speak
Dr.
about the
Strange.
spooky scenes, man. My son jumped like 3 feet
Yeah.
from the damn. He's like, "Oh!"
Yeah, there were a lot of scares that I was not prepared for, dude. When they freaking Three Stooges at Squid Monster's eye,
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was sitting there with my kid, and I was like, dude, they're gonna poke his freaking eye out. It was like, I was like,
He's like, "Oh!"
here it comes. She was like, no.
Especially when she comes out of that gong, dude. Wanda, she's like this.
Yeah, and she was just grabbing. She was in a puddle, like. Like, that was
I see you, Wavo.
And then the part where she snapped Xavier's neck, ridiculous, yes, but also she was like, and I was like, shit, that's cool.
Yeah, she overpowered Xavier. Okay, that's a. Never mind. That's a,
Logically, it's like,
discussion.
really? But yeah,
because the only person who could actually do that was the
I
Dark
was like, was
Phoenix,
she
right?
Dark Phoenix?
I know. And he beat him in his own astral plane. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? And he's wearing his what's it called, Steve Jobs
Again,
like turtleneck.
That's the problem when you don't define a character's powers. We're sitting here asking, how's that? What? She can do that? What?
I don't know, me
Oh,
too. I was like, how could
right.
she just?
At
In
the end
4
of the
seconds.
day, it set the precedent for the universe collision, for the incursions, the secret wars. I guess Doctor Strange is going to be universe hopping with his 3 eyes.
And his
I
other
think
2 eyes.
he's was it Tien? Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tri-beam, ha!
Try beam, huh?
I overpowered Cell, and then I was completely irrelevant.
No.
Can I just say it's from like
Chaozu!
from a design aspect and visual effects, it's still kind of hard to do a third eye on a person.
Yeah.
I got
watching it?
plenty of real estate.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the reason why, we look at a person, we got 2 eyes, our eyes is because we have eye sockets, right? So the eye can go in there, it fits naturally in there. But when you see, like in the movie, he just has it's in the middle of his head. It looks like it's just kind of pasted on. And you just kind of slap it on.
I think it would work better on. I completely agree. I think it would work better on a Hispanic character with an ay.
Okay, ding ding.
Also,
Is
they
it the
described
Bufon
the other
Symptoms?
Defender Strange as being evil because he spoke Spanish. They said it.
That was. I'm not gonna lie though. When he started speaking
Ese
Spanish,
pendejo no sabe hablar
Yeah.
español.
in the beginning, when he started
Like-
speaking Spanish, I was laughing. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." He started speaking
Tenemos que hacerlo
But
para
he
allá,
doesn't know
rápido.
any Spanish? Yeah, because I've been focusing on real important things. I was like, see?
How El Muerto? How was Doctor Strange's Spanish in the movie? Was it good?
Estaba bien.
Yeah. All right. There you go. he
subtitles.
practiced that line like 1,000 times.
Editors,
I'll
please.
repeat.
What did he say?
He was in his audiobook. He said, ahora te toca perder, and he sucks her soul.
Nah.
That's what what's it called? Jake Lackley said to Harold before he shot him.
Oh yeah, and she was like, "Es malo, no más amigos."
Stop it, please. No.
Alto,
kinda-
you
Ay,
puto.
señor.
I kind
Ay,
of wish there
señor.
was
Ay,
more.
señor. Por favor, stop
There
it.
should have
Stop
been
it.
more Spanish from Doctor Strange. That would have been awesome.
There would have been more. They needed more of everything, bro.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I think my biggest thing is I was anticipating we'd see like a lot more Doctor Stranges, like variants of him. You know, the multiverse of
Yeah.
madness. I was expecting like see an army of Doctor Strange. You guys remember
I would
that
like to
movie, like the one with Jet Li, where he has that like photo session?
which we
Yeah.
referenced when we were talking about this.
Yeah, they show like all the different Jet Lis and stuff. I was like,
Which
geez.
is all the more reason I was like, Evil Strange. Did he gain something from killing the other ones, or like
You got the power to do magical, mystical battles,
Like-
bro.
what ended up? But the other one didn't kill any other Stranges, and he had the
I
little
know.
harp cord. What was gained from that? Where are the other ones? Yeah, absolutely. Like
Well,
I was
guess
hoping they would figure something out.
I
From
was
that.
assuming he was doing that so that he could be with, because he wanted to be with Christine, right? So,
Yeah.
similar with Wanda, they were anticipating that she had to kill the other Wanda to be the one mom. Like maybe that's what Doctor Strange is doing, taking the other dude out of the picture. I guess.
What, like multiple times? I don't know. I thought they would go into like what the benefit was, or if he was like amassing.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Well, clearly he wasn't getting an army from that, but
That would have been
yeah.
cool.
I was hoping for a little more with that too. Like, the immediate like introduction and then dumbass fight and then immediately killing him. was
Would
like,
that fight be better if one of them plugged in a guitar? He's like, hold on. Let me... I was thinking of Guitar Hero that entire scene. You gotta match up the notes. Ding ding ding.
Like I saw the papers and I was like, oh cool, he's gonna like paper cut him to death.
Racer leave, attack now.
Yeah, right.
1,000
And he's
paper
like,
cuts of death.
Strangest sir.
See, all these ideas we're putting in, like I said, I think we could have rewritten this movie a lot better.
That would have been more
my
fun,
God.
dude.
Right, it would have been more interesting at least.
It gives you a little backstory on America Chavez. It gives you an insight on how she turned evil. It gives you an insight what Doctor Strange's been up to.
See, okay, you know what? That the whole thing, like with what Hitman said about Doctor Strange taking out other Doctor Stranges to make them more powerful. If that was the reasoning behind Wanda going to other universes so she can become the one, you know,
The Wanda.
that's a, you know, there's a reason to do something. Jesus.
But that's what Doctor Strange does in What If. You know, he sucks the other ones and
Yeah.
becomes a
Yeah.
old master one
Well,
to stop that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't mess with the other Stranges, but he amasses
Yeah.
different entities. I think what we're boiling this down to is it was superficial, and they didn't like.
It was superficial.
flesh-
That's a
they
good
didn't
word.
flesh the ideas out.
This movie did feel
Right?
superficial. a little.
Yeah, like, and that's why I enjoyed it because I was like, well, I'm here for the fight scenes and the silliness. And the
Well,
action
I
and
want
whatnot.
more.
Yeah.
I want more.
But it wasn't justified. And at the end of the day, like, we still don't understand a whole heck of a lot of what went down.
Here's a question that it'll be sad if it's true. Oh, did we lose El Muerto? Oh no, he's still okay.
I'm in
No,
right
he's,
here.
he's,
All right.
he's DJing.
If they release this instead of being a movie, what they released it as a Disney Plus show,
Yeah.
would it felt like it was a? Did it feel like a Disney Plus show, or no?
It could have been, probably.
Wow, see, that's a sad part. If people think that, it's like, damn, they missed the mark.
I-
Because when you were, because I honestly, I don't know.
Well,
No,
I
I
think
don't-
it felt like an amalgamation of the shows. Because,
Well, not to that. I mean, like the epic scale of it.
well, like Scarlet Witch took the place of, like what El Muerto was saying. Scarlet Witch took the place of Doctor Strange. She did the same damn thing he did. And her motivations were slightly different. That's all. She even had the same damn monsters.
I know. This is crazy. You take out those snakes.
Yeah, the little Hydra. El Hydra.
Hell Hydra. Hydration.
Like if nothing else, at least it served to kick off. Lord knows how many other storylines with the Inhumans and the Illuminati and the. Maybe
Oh my
mutants,
goodness.
Maybe
Did
not.
they
We
come
don't
back
know.
again?
And the Juggernaut, holy shit balls, and
Cable
freaking Fantastic
and
Four,
Deadpool. Eventually.
and I guess America with their star punchies.
Merca.
So who's excited for Thor? Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Ooh, after this movie, I'm not excited for no more Marvel movies.
Well, I will say because Thor: Love and Thunder is written by Taika Waititi, so
Yeah.
I do trust in his work.
It was
He
already a
hasn't
fun
let me
ride,
down.
just this trailer.
Yeah.
You think this is where he leaves the Guardians and he goes his own way, and then the Guardians?
Well, yeah, for sure, the
is in
Guardians are.
Volume 3?
Even though he is in love with Star Lord, clearly.
Look
I was
into
just
the eye.
listening.
Did you laugh at that scene in the trailer? Where he just kind of comes in camera. Hello.
Look at the eyes of the one you love.
He's like,
What? I was waiting for more.
aren't we all? Were we all?
And then Almighty Jane. She looked cool.
It did look cool.
Look
Valkyrie.
at Mjolnir back
Valkyrie,
together.
Italian Senate Valkyrie with her little suit. I was like, all right. She looked bored. It
I
makes her
saw
stronger,
online
I guess.
people were like hating on her, saying, "Oh, those aren't real" and stuff. I don't know. They look pretty real. Who cares? I mean, she looks great. It's Natalie Portman, man.
Yeah.
Don't hate on Natalie Portman.
True to
So,
form.
final thoughts before we start.
I'm just happy to
stop
see
beating on-
Mjolnir back in it.
Yeah.
To be
Mjolnir.
honest. I don't care who's holding it.
Whoa.
Mjolnir.
Final
how
thoughts
weird
on this dead
Stormbreaker
horse.
to me.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts on this dead horse.
Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, it's alright.
It's funny how we all came in like yes, and then just slowly as we went through it, like yeah, this movie bomb.
Ooh.
I'm
It made,
sure
hey, you know
was.
what?
I still
It
enjoyed
made a lot of
We
money.
picked
It's
this
already making
apart
a
and
lot
we're
of
like,
money.
sheesh, what the hell?
It's already making a lot of money. So
Yeah, of course it is. You know, it's just the name now. Put Marvel Studios in front of anything, and
yeah.
I think I'm gonna start doing that. Put Marvel Studios presents.
Well, honestly, it's starting to feel like because the big thing was they brought in
It's too
Sam
much.
Raimi. Well, they brought in Sam Raimi
Yeah.
as a director, and it only felt like he only like maybe half the movie had his imprint on it. Then the rest was like studio talking heads putting in notes. And that's what my fear is with, because these movies are so successful, it's become almost like
Formulaic.
a formulaic, and it's an automatic machine now, and yeah, I hope it's, like I said, Taika Waititi has a little bit more clout because he wrote it himself,
Yeah, of
Thor
course.
movies. But now it's just these other movies, they're just bringing a guest director.
He
The
was
movie
a
doesn't really feel like
comedian
it's
guy,
well
right?
done.
From Ragnarok.
What was that?
That he was a director,
He's
right?
cool.
From
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
He was
Okay,
cool.
cool.
Yeah, and
We're
honestly,
gonna
it kind
form a
of launched
rebellion.
him.
You want to come?
Okay,
Yeah. So,
then I'll probably go see it, but not that week. When it comes out, the 4th.
Dude, look at his armor alone. I was like, it would be so fun. Like, I loved his armor.
you see the poster for it? It looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like retro bands. They used to have those big ass, what's it called? Those SUVs with the big ass mural on the side.
Yeah.
He probably
Big
has
ass
one.
Africa pants. So yeah, guys, that's our thoughts on Doctor Strange. What could have been better, fixed. Let us know what you think of it in the bottom in the comments if you like. Yeah. So we're coming back with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hey.
Season.
Hey.
We're reviewing episode 1 and 2. I think we're gonna do the whole series, are we?
I'm down. I like Obi-Wan. Or I like Star Wars. I like a Star Wars.
So we'll be having 2 reviews from us, Ms. Marvel and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And you know what?
I've only watched Ewan McGregor for his MMA fights. I don't know.
You know, I don't know what to expect from this show. Is he a good actor?
He seems very one-dimensional. We'll see, I guess. He's put a lightsaber in his hands.
Hey, once you hold a lightsaber, like your life could end in 3 seconds, man. So you gotta be careful not to get cut in half or something. That's the end of your Jedi career. Who was the one who taught Obi-Wan? What's his name? I forgot his name.
Qui-Gon
Obi-2.
Jinn.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, Obi-2. Obi-Zero.
His name is Koi Obi-2?
Obi-Zero.
Obi Origins.
Obi Origins.
Wasn't it Million Nissan? Or what's his name from Taken?
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
There you
speaking Russell Gould.
There you go. That's his origin story right there. That's how he got his. What's it goes? I have techniques that make me a nightmare to you guys, or whatever.
I learned my skill.
That's what I'm saying.
My skills in the mountains.
I was really good with the yo-yo. I could walk the dog all the way to the park.
Hey, so that's how the Taken movie. That's how he got his powers from, because he trained as he was the master of the League of Shadows.
Yeah, but then Nicolas Cage took it further, and he was like, "My pig got taken."
Wait. Yeah, that's on my list though. Did you like Pig?
I don't know, man. I only watched like 10 minutes of it, and I was like, "All right."
Oh, then
He has like 5 lines in that movie.
you quit.
I have a very particular set of skills. No, it was just like it was late, and I was like, "I'll come back to this," and I never.
Okay. That's funny.
So yeah, DR.STRANGE.
All right, Alberto, let's wrap this up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll do Deadpool next week, yeah.
Deadpool next week. And yeah, so like I said, we're coming back with Obi-Wan and Ms. Marvel. What's today? So we got 2 weeks until before Obi-Wan drops. So stay tuned. We're probably dropping those reviews Sunday morning for you guys if we get all together Saturday nights. Anyways, figure out the recording schedule for you. And thank you for joining us in this discussion. It was not really a review of Doctor Strange, because you probably saw all these reviews out there, and we decided to go a different direction with it. So thank you for staying this long into the end of the video and continue.
Yeah, but ours has full frontal nudity. Nobody else has.
That's
that.
true. That's true.
Oh no! There you go. So yeah,
Relax.
like
Go ahead, deliver the goods.
look out for the reviews dropping, and the new other videos dropping coming soon. We're also working on our anime corner, so that's our little favorite anime that we're watching currently, and we're gonna review later on. We'll do a little anime music videos. Bring back the what's it called? AMVs? Or AVVs? What's it called?
Adult video.
Anime
network?
music videos, right? AMVs? What's
AMVs,
it
yeah.
called? Yeah, there you go.
And it was always like the same 4 songs. Yeah.
I know. It's always Linkin Park and
Yeah.
Slipknot. I know, Limp Bizkit, I think it was.
the bodies hit touch.
Mostly it was like Naruto videos and stuff. For Cousin Neil and the world-renowned Star Fox player, the Hitman, I am El Muerto. This is and has been Around the Marvel World podcast. Till next time, everybody. Much love and take care of each other.
Ta-ta.
Stay beautiful.
Bye, beautifuls.